progression of a squat. And why it's so important that you learn how to do a squat is because we do squats in everyday life. I hear a lot of people tell me that I can't do squats or lunges because I have bad knees. Well, the truth is you do squats and lunges, or you do at least squats every time you sit on the toilet. You do a lunge most of the time when you try to get on the floor. So I want to show you how to do a proper squat progression and how to learn how to do a squat well. So one of my favorite exercises is an activation exercise that we're going to start with here. Using a exercise ball, you're going to put your feet just on the outside of the ball, and we are going to do the bottom half of a squat. So what you're going to do here is you are going to go on your hands and knees, and we are going to have our head straight down looking towards the ground, and I want you to press your hips back. So press back and hold, and then forward. And press back and hold. So I'm pulling my belly button in. So I'm really pulling my belly button in and then coming forward. What this is going to do for you is it's really going to help you with that bottom part of the squat. That's where a lot of us get stuck when we try to get in that lower range. So if you are having trouble with your squats, go ahead and add this exercise to each of your warm-ups every time, and it'll really, really help you get into that bottom range of your squat. Okay, the next thing we are going to do for our squat progression is our glute bridge. One of the things that's super important is to learn how to activate our glutes. We use our glutes a lot in our squats, so I want you to learn how to activate your glutes. So this would be the first exercise that I would substitute for any of the squat exercises in your programs. If you're feeling like you are struggling with squats and they are bothering your knees at this point. Okay, so what I want you to do is tuck your hips back, press it into the mat as hard as you can. Drive your heels down, lift your hips up, squeeze, and then back down. So tuck your hips back, squeeze, and then back down. Tuck your hips back, squeeze, and then back down. So you're really pressing your lower back into the mat and then pressing up through your heels, squeezing those glutes and holding. If you're feeling this in your lower back, I want you to lower 1 inch, okay? And if you're starting to feel like just your hamstrings, I also want you to lower 1 inch. So you're squeezing those glutes every single time. Okay, next progression that we're gonna do is we are gonna do a assisted sit to stand. Okay, so when we start from the bottom range, it always helps us. So I want you to go ahead and sit on the bench or a chair, whatever you have at home. So sit on the bench, and you're gonna grab a broom. I have this dowel, but if you have a broom or anything that you can hold on to, I'm gonna place it here. I want you to press through your heels, and all I want you to do is stand up and squeeze your glutes. Okay, so I don't care how you get down here, we're just gonna sit and stand. Okay, so all I want you to do is sit and stand, and this time you're using the assistance. Once you get comfortable with that, I want you to move on to no assistance. So with that, you're gonna go sit and stand without using the pole, okay? The next one, we're gonna use our ball again. This is a way for you to start doing moving squats and using some of the tension of the way down, but we're gonna take the pressure off the knees. So I want your feet out in front of you. You're gonna press your back into the ball. I want you to lower yourself down. So we're gonna lower ourselves down, pressing the weight is in our heels, and then press back up. So this is gonna build our quad muscles, our glute muscles. At the top, I want you squeezing those glutes. So you're coming down, pressing your weight back into the ball, and then back up. So you're really pressing that weight back, taking some of the weight of your body and putting it into the ball. So this exercise is great if you want to sub it for, if you're doing an exercise where you're doing like a squat press. You can have weights in your hands, coming down squat, and then pressing all the way up, okay? Once you've got the ball squat down, I want you to go ahead and go back to your broom or your dowel or whatever you have, and you can now do a squat with this, okay? So if I'm gonna hold this, I'm gonna actually hold this out in front of me, okay, in the center of me, so I'm not to one side or the other leaning. I'm gonna hold it out in front of me, and then I'm gonna squat, giving me some assistance, and then pulling back up. If you have TRX straps or any sort of suspension trainer at home, this is another great option to hold a suspension trainer. Go back into your heels, and then all the way back up. There's some proper progressions for you. Once you get good with this, then we're just gonna go into our body weight squat, which is really just pushing our hips back, reaching forward, and back up. Biggest thing with these, making sure your weight is in your heels. Weight in your heels is super, super important because I want everybody to be able to to do squats because you do them every day. So I hope this helps you with your progressions of your